afternoon and welcome to Cooking with Charlie. Today we're going to make a soda bread. In the Bahamas we have something similar which we call Johnny Cake. But today we're going to make a soda bread using a little bit of buttermilk, whereas in the Bahamas we would use water to bring it all together. And that turns out slightly flatter. The bread will turn out slightly flatter. But this one, the buttermilk is going to, the acidity in the buttermilk is going to react with the bicarbonate of soda, so we get a bread that's slightly risen. It shouldn't take long. It's dead fast, dead simple, easy. You can knock this out on a lunchtime or an evening when you come home from work. It also freezes well, but once the bread is baked, you want to eat it within a day or two because it can dry out fairly quickly. I've got a baking sheet which I've greased and lined with baking powder. I've got some buttermilk here, bicarbonate of soda. I've also got some extra flour for dusting, and of course my salt. I've just got 500 grams of plain white flour, but you don't have to use plain white flour. You can use a mixture of wholemeal flour. As long as you've got 500 grams, you can go half and half, whatever takes your fancy. You can add flavour to the bread by adding grated cheese or sun-dried tomatoes or olives or chopped raw onions, so feel free to experiment. Right, so we start off by measuring some salt. All we need is a teaspoon of salt. In goes the salt. And then we need a teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda. In goes the bicarb. We'll give that a good mix. And if you were adding chopped onions or cheese or sun-dried tomatoes or olives, you'd add it at this point. Just add it to the flour before we put the buttermilk in. So just give that a good mix up like that. Create a well as you do, and we'll add the buttermilk. Now I need 400 milliliters of buttermilk, and I know each of these are 250, so we can put that one straight in. So we just need to add a little bit more buttermilk. Let's start off with that, and then we'll just use a spoon to bring it all together like this. I don't know if you can see that really well. We're just mixing it up and bringing it all together. Now with this bread we don't need to do any kneading or anything like that. Basically all we're doing is bringing it together. So I think it's time to get your hands right in the middle. Okay, so basically once you've got it on the floured surface, you just want to give it a couple of turns, and basically we're not really kneading it. All we're doing is shaping the dough and pulling it together. We're 30 minutes away from bread heaven. All we've done is added the ingredients together, brought it together and shaped it into a ball, and we're about 90% there. Right, so we've got our bread now. All we're going to do is just push it down around the edges to flatten it a little bit, dusting the flour on the top. Get a knife and we can score right across the top, like so. Another dusting of flour. So that's ready for the oven now, and we'll put it in at 200 degrees centigrade and leave it in there for half an hour. Right, it's been 30 minutes now, so we'll take it out of the oven and see what it looks like. So now we just need to tap it on the bottom, and you can hear that hollow sound. Right, so you can see we've cut our bread now, and if you look closer you can see how nice and yellow and fluffy that looks. And I've got a piece here. I've just put a small bit of butter on the top that's melted nicely, and yeah, that's ready for chow down now. So there's our soda bread, or Johnny Cake if you're in the Bahamas. And that's it for today's episode. Don't forget, go to YouTube, Cooking with Charlie, subscribe and leave some comments. Yummy. Tastes like home.